Hello everyone. Today I'm going to go through a Functional Skills Mathematics Level 1 paper, and you can go through this video with me and see some of the typical skills you'll need to be able to carry out when you do an exam. As with all functional skills, you can use a calculator, so I will be using a calculator for a lot of these questions. I'm going to use this just standard calculator which comes with Windows, and I'm also going to be using something called an Epic pen, which allows me to draw on the desktop. But I'm not very good with this just yet, so I might make the odd mistake here and there. Anyway, let's crack on. With all the questions in Functional Skills Level 1 and Level 2 Mathematics, reading the question properly is actually key to be able to do. With all the questions you're going to encounter with Functional Skills Mathematics at Level 1 and Level 2, With all the questions you're going to encounter at Functional Skills Level 1 and Level 2, reading the question is absolutely key and crucial in order to be successful. I'm going to use a highlighter to read through the question with you and try and just pick out some of the bits which can sometimes trip people up. So Sally wants her 2 children to have gymnastics lessons at an activity centre. She finds this information about gymnastics lessons at the activity centre. Now I'm not going to look at the table just yet. I'm going to go down and read the rest of the question. One child is going to do stage 1 lessons. One child is going to do stage 2 lessons. And Sally wants her children to go to gymnastics lessons on the same day, and they cannot go on a Tuesday. Okay, so first things first, Tuesday is completely out the picture. And if you was doing this in the exam and you wanted to be sure, double sure, then you just cross out Tuesday. Monday doesn't work either because we only do stage 1 lessons on a Monday, and there is only a stage 2 on a Wednesday. Therefore, the only day which really works is Friday, where a stage 1 and stage 2 lessons take place. So in your box below here, you would simply write Naveed teaches the stage 1 class on Tuesday. There are 24 children in this class. 15 of the children are going to take a test for the gold award. Naveed says 3/4 of the children are going to take a test for the gold award. Is Naveed correct? Show why you think this is. There are 2 ways of doing this. The first one is to use standard fractions. By the way, it's bonfire night, so that's why you can hear all that going on. So I'm going to use a standard fraction here, and we're going to use 3/4 times 24. Now, whenever you use a whole number and you multiply it with a fraction, you always put a 1 underneath like that, and you simply multiply directly across like this. So end up 3 times 24, and 3 times 24 is equal to 72, and 4 times 1, which is 4, equals, and then we pop that in our calculator, which has disappeared. Where are you, calculator? So we've got 72 divided by 4, so 72 divided by 4 equals 18. Thank you, calculator. Back to my Epic pen, pop in 18 like that. Okay, so that way works absolutely fine. If you're given a fraction and you need to work it out, that way works. But another way which works absolutely easily as well is to convert your fraction into a decimal. So I'm going to get my calculator out again, and to convert a fraction into a decimal, you simply divide the denominator into the numerator. Denominator is the bottom one, the numerator is the top one there. So I'm going to have 3 divided by 4 is equal to 0.75. So that's how you turn a fraction into a decimal. And to find the 0.75 of 24, we simply multiply 24 by 0.75. So 0.75 times 24 is equal to 18. So in both cases it's 18, and Navid is not correct. So if you've shown your working as I showed you earlier, to finish this one off, you would definitely have to go in here and say, no, he's wrong. It's actually incredibly difficult to do the writing with this mouse, but there you are. Okay, no, he's wrong. Get rid of that and move on to the next question. Saeed is the manager of the activity centre. He needs to decide if the activity centre will run more gymnastics lessons. Saeed has this information about the number of children who came to gymnastics lessons in the last 7 weeks. Let's not look at the data just yet. Let's read the rest of the question. The centre will run more gymnastics lessons if the mean average number of children each week for the last 7 weeks is more than 125. Will the activity centre run more gymnastics lessons? Show why you think this is. So this question here is an average question. We're trying to find out the average number of children that have been doing gymnastics a week. And this is actually quite simple. We take a sum of all the children for the 7 weeks and divide it by 7. If we were doing 8 weeks, we would divide it by 8. If we were doing 10 weeks, we would divide it by 10. But in this case, we're doing it by 7. Now, this would obviously get quite laborious if I was going to try and draw all this in. But when you're doing your proof here, this is Epic Pen Blues because it keeps changing the size of the pen. So when you're doing your sum here, you're going to go 1115. This is the proof. 127. Add and keep adding them all the way down until you get a sum. But to kind of get away from that, just so that it doesn't get too messy here, I'm going to do it on a calculator. So we get the calculator out.
It's 1115 plus 127 equals plus 138 plus 140 plus 122 plus 135 plus 133 equals 910.
So to find the average, because there are 7 sets of data, 7 weeks, we divide that sum by 7 equals 130. So once you've put all your proof in, it's actually really important just to write the centre will run more gymnastics lessons if the mean average number of children each week for the past 7 weeks is more than 125. Yes, after you put your answer in, the gym classes, blah, blah, blah. Yes, there will be more gym classes. Okay, don't forget to do that because you'll lose marks if you don't put that sort of detail in there. Obviously neater than me. Let's crack on. Saeed wants 1 member of staff on duty for every 15 people using the fitness suite. There are 85 people using the fitness suite on Tuesday evening, and Saeed has 5 members of staff on duty. Does Saeed have enough members of staff on duty? Show why you think this is. So what we're trying to find here is the average members of staff per 15 people. And the easiest way to do that is to take the 85 members of the public which are using the gym. If I can find my calculator. Where did you go, calculator? There we go. So we've got 85 people using the fitness suite. And if we divide that by 15, we can see that we actually need 5.66 members of staff. So to cover Saeed's requirements, he would need to employ another member of staff. He's got enough members of staff to cover 75 people. Okay. Once again, does Saeed have enough members of staff on duty? Once you've put this in, so let's just look at how this would look if I was doing this as a sum.
So we've got 85 divided by 15 is equal to 5.66. 0.66 members. I'm going to shorten this to members of staff. Okay. Does Zaid have enough members of staff on duty? No, he doesn't.
Job done. Rub that one out. Let's move on to the next one. So question 3. Andy wants to organise a squash tournament. She sees this poster at the activity centre. Book a squash court at £5.50 for 1 hour. Andy needs to book 2 squash courts for 3 hours. So effectively, Andy is booking 6 hours worth of squash, and that's going to be at £5.50 an hour. So that's really a very simple multiplication. We'll put that on here. So 6 times, which is the 2 squash courts for 3 hours, times £5.50. And I don't even need the calculator for this one, will be £33. Is the total cost more than £33? Make sure you put yes, it is, or something like that. Okay, nice easy one that, and 4 marks as well. Not difficult, not difficult at all. The Leyland team will play the Buckshaw team in the squash tournament. Let's just highlight this. The Leyland team will play the Buckland team, or the Buckshaw team, in the squash tournament. Kathy is the team captain for Leyland, and there are 3 players in each team. Each player from Leyland plays 1 game against each player from Buckshaw. Kathy wants to make a list of all the games in the tournament, and the first game is Andy against Rachel. Make a list of all the games for Kathy. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit. So this one typically is going to be much easier if you use a grid.
There are 3 players for each side, so I'm going to use a grid which is 3 by 3. And of course you can see it's pretty awfully drawn. But never mind. Then I'm going to list, so I've got Leyland, so I'm going to put Leyland's team down here. Andy, Jill, I'm just going to use capitals because it'll get laborious otherwise. Terry, so that's Leyland, and Buckshaw are Rachel and Dita and Lucy. And then we're going to put a little cross in each one of these. And you should really do this as you go along. So if you're going to have a list, I'm going to put my list here. Here's my list. And I'm going to go Andy v Rachel. Next one, Andy v Dita. Andy v Lucy. And then Jill v Rachel. Jill v Dita. Jill v Lucy. And you simply do the last line. And that covers all the options. Okay, so that's a really easy 3 marks that you get for that one. Just pop it into a grid and then just read it off the grid. So Andy plays Rachel, Andy plays Dita, Andy plays Lucy, Jill plays Rachel, Jill plays Dita, Jill plays Lucy. So there should be 9. So do, when you get to the end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? And that's that one for another, well, very, very easy 3 marks.
So next question. Quite a wordy one of this one. Dinesh is the manager at a hotel. He wants to organise the times his reception team will work between 1200, that's 12 o'clock midday, and 2000, which is 8 o'clock in the evening, so it's 8 hours effectively. Rosie, Jill, Eric and Thomas all work on the reception team, and the diagram shows the times they work. Dinesh needs 3 people working in the reception team at all times. He's going to employ Marta, and Marta will work the extra hours, so there are always 3 people working. Shade the hours Marta will work on the diagram. Okay, so at the top here we can see on this grid it goes from 1200 here to 1600 for the first 4 hours, and in the first 4 hours we've got Eric, Rosie and Jill who are all working, apart from the fact that Jill is going to have an hour and a half off here. If we go to the bottom there's a key, so if we see half a box that's half an hour, a shaded box is 1 hour. So Marta is going to need to work, so I'll shade this in here, she's going to need to work, oops, Epic Pen Blues, seriously, why doesn't it default to the one? It's really, yes, well at least it's free. Anyway, so I'm going to shade that one in there, okay, and then from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock we can see that Tamas is working, Jill's working, but Eric's taking it a bit easy there. So here Marta is going to come in and she's going to do that part of the shift there. Okay, and Marta will actually work 4 hours in total to cover the breaks for the other 2. Okay, right. Let's crack on from there. Dev and Jane want to book a room at the hotel. They want to stay for 4 nights in an executive double room. They want to have dinner at the hotel on each of the 4 nights. Dev finds this price list. And as we go through, we can see clearly that we don't need standard double room. It's executive double room at £275.95. And dinner is going to be £25 per person. Dev thinks that £1,200 will be enough to pay for the executive double room and dinner for both of them. So there's a key word there, that one. This little trick question, both of them for 4 nights. Is Dev correct?
So coming back to my epic pen here, I'm going to model this, mathematically model it. So we've got 4 nights times executive double room, which is £275.95. Oh dear, this is terrible. Plus, and then we've got the dinner part of it, okay, which is £25 times 2 for the 2 people times 4 for the 4 nights. Okay, and then we're going to put the equals here somewhere. So I'll do that on a calculator because it'll be quicker than trying to use this rubbishy epic pen. We've got 275.95 times 4 is equal to £1,103.80, and then 25 times 2 is 50, times 4 is 200, so it's plus 200 is equal to £1,303.80. Therefore, Dev is wrong.
Dev's wrong. Don't put a cross there, but Dev is wrong. Don't put the cross, but that's what the cross means. Dev did not pass functional skills maths level 1. Shame on him. Let's crack on. Okay, right, so question number 5. Paolo is a chef at the hotel. There he is, Paolo. He wants to make scones for afternoon tea, and Paolo is going to use these ingredients. So we've got the scone recipe, and the key thing here is that it makes 8 scones, or scones, depending on which way you say it. Paolo wants to make 80 scones, so what he would have to do is multiply each one of these ingredients here by 10, because 10 times 8 is 80. The thing we're asked to look at is he has 3 litres of milk. Is that going to be enough milk to make 80 scones? So we're going to take the milk, which is 250 millilitres, and we're going to multiply that by 10. So 10 times 250 is 2,500. Okay? What you must remember is milli stands for 1,000th. So we need to divide this by 1,000, and that gives us 2.5 litres of milk, which would be required. Okay, you would need 2.5 litres of milk to make these scones. So does Paolo have enough milk to make the scones? The answer is, of course, yes, he does. But don't forget to show your working, okay? 10 times 250 millilitres is equal to 2,500 millilitres. And then we divide that by 1,000, because there are 1,000 millilitres in a litre. And all of that gives us 2.5 litres. And because Paolo has 3 litres, he can make those scones. Delicious. Here we go. All these questions are about food. Yeah. There is a special offer for afternoon tea at the hotel. Ah, it's a percentage one. I love percentage ones. I know someone that doesn't. Afternoon tea, normal price, £22, book early, and a 15% discount. So there's 2 ways of doing this, but the very, very first thing we have to do, the very first thing, is we need to change our percentage into a decimal. Okay, and the way we do that is we're going to divide the 15 here by 100, like that. And you will always, to find a decimal from a percentage, you will always divide the percentage by 100. And if we then go to our calculator here, we get 15 divided by 100 is equal to, oops, I beg your pardon, 0.15. Okay, and what we could do then is we could multiply 22 by 0.15. So if we go back here, 0.15 times 22 is equal to, and then we come straight back to our calculator, 22 times 0.15 is equal to £3.30. Work out 15% of 22. It's £3.30. Just like that. Okay? So don't forget, let's just go through this one more time. Whenever you've got a percentage, if you want to turn it into a decimal, you simply divide that percentage by 100. You take the decimal and multiply that by the value that you're working with, in this case 22 here. And then we end up with £3.30. Nothing to be worried about at all when we're working with percentages. And again, oh, this is another restaurant and a meal. It's really these questions are really excellent when it comes to engineering students, because we do like our food. Jamal is the manager of the restaurant. There is a wedding party in the restaurant for a meal. This is the menu for the meal. So we've got starter, we've got a main course, and we've got a dessert. There's two starters there, there's 3 main courses, and there's 2 desserts. There are 6 people at each table. Each person will order a starter, a main course, and a dessert. And Jamal wants a data collection sheet. So first thing we think of, data collection sheet, is going to be a grid, yeah, always a grid. Jamal wants a data collection sheet to record the menu choices. He needs 1 sheet for each table. Design a data collection sheet for Jamal to record the menu choices for each table of 6 people. So we're just going to do 1 data collection sheet because it does not specify how many tables there are. So come back to the Epic pen.
And we're going to do a grid. Okay. And across here, it's going to be this sort of thing going on. And I'm going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 6 rows. And I know that there are 8 choices. So there we go, like that. Presentation is really my strong point. This is person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4, person 5, and person 6. And then we've got smoked salmon. We've got melon. Melon. Oh dear. Chicken. Fish. Veggie curry. Yep. Did I put too many in there? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, there should be 7. So scrub that last one there. That wouldn't be needed. And if you make a mistake on your exam paper, that's all you've got to do. Yeah, if you do 1 extra column or 1 extra row, just rub it out. For me, it's quite easy. I can preserve the neatness of my document just by rubbing it out. But that's how you do it. You're just going to make a grid. The amount of people down one side, the amount of menu choices
on the top, and then can't go wrong. 3 marks. Pretty simple. Just always remember, when you see data collection sheet, it's always going to be a grid. If it's to read data or display data, it's almost always going to be a graph of some description. Just remember that. Okay, so this is one of our favourite ones, which is to do with placing, making a plan to put something somewhere. The key thing to these always, well, as soon as you see this, is to go to the bottom and look at this bit here, which is the key. 1 square on the grid is 25 centimetres by 25 centimetres on the wall. Okay, that's important to remember. And we know that there are 100 centimetres in a metre. Therefore, we would need, to represent 1 metre, we would need 4 squares. Okay. So the mirror is in the shape of a rectangle, 200 centimetres by 100 centimetres, and it must be an equal distance from each of the side walls. So this is the side wall here, and this is the side wall there. 200 centimetres would be 8 squares. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So effectively, if we left 4 squares either side, so I'm going to hopefully colour this in here. Let me get my Epic pen. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't mention the top or the bottom, so it's only the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we know that we've got 200, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, by 100. So 100 is going to be 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. Just shade that in like that, and that would be the perfect place to put this large mirror in a dining room. Thrilling questions to inspire the younger generation. Oops, Epic pen, fail again. Right, let's go down. Justine wants to buy a new blind for her bedroom window. The width of the window is 115 centimetres and the height of the window is 126. And conveniently this is drawn for us here, but it's not drawn accurately. Well, why would it be? But the question is, the blind must be wider than the width of the window. Makes sense. Longer than the height of the window. I think longer than the height of the window really should be taller, but never mind, doesn't matter. So it's just a case of going through and comparing each one of these. So here we've got the height. Oregon, the height doesn't match, but the width does. So Oregon's no good. Michigan is obviously no good because it's not wide enough. Paris is wide enough and it's also tall enough or long enough. Festival isn't wide enough, so that's no good. Telstar's not wide enough, but Sunshine is also wide enough and long enough or tall enough. So we've got two choices here effectively. They are Paris. I'm having highlighting problems here, but they are Paris, oh God, and also Sunshine there at the bottom. Which of these blinds could Justin buy? Write your answer in the box below. It's going to be Paris. Yes, Paris. And Sunshine. If you don't put Paris and Sunshine, then make sure you put a comma in between the two. Okay. Job done. Let's move on. Justine wants to put, oh, let's go back to highlighting. I love highlighting. Justine wants to put a skirting board around all the edges of the floor of her bedroom. So this straight away is a perimeter question. And perimeter questions, what we do is we find the distance around the outside of something. So in this case, it's Justine's bedroom. She wants to put a skirting board around all the edges of the floor of the bedroom. The floor of the bedroom is rectangular, 4 meters by 3 meters. Okay, that could be a bit of a trick because you might be thinking area, but it isn't area, it's perimeter that you're trying to work out here. The skirting board must not go across the door, and the width of the door is 1 meter. Therefore, whatever the perimeter is, we have to subtract 1 meter because we don't want the skirting board to go across the door because that would be ridiculous. And the skirting board is sold in lengths of 250 centimeters. So 250 centimeters, when we divide it by 100, gives us 2.5 meters. Justine can cut and join the skirting board, luckily enough, and Justine thinks that 5 lengths of skirting board is enough for the room. So the first thing we can do is we can go
5 times 2.5, because it's 2.5 metres, is equal to 12.5 metres in total. Got that? 12.5 metres total. Badly written by me.
The next thing we need to do is we need to go back and find out just how much there is perimeter for this room. So we've got 2 long sides, which are both 4, and 2 short sides, which are both 3. So if I go back down here, I can get out the Epic pen and the
perimeter. Oh dear, this is painful, is equal to 2 times 4, put that in brackets, plus 2 times 3, short side, minus, don't forget the minus, 1. Minus 1. Okay, so 2 times 4 is 8, plus 2 times 3 is 6. 8 plus 6 is 14, minus 1 is 13. There we are, 13. So there's 13 metres required, and Justine thinks that
5 lengths of skirting board is enough for the room. Justine is wrong. Don't forget to write that out. Justine is wrong. Otherwise you will lose marks. And you wouldn't want to do that because that's really a very, very easy 5 marks. Don't forget the difference between perimeter and area. Area is the amount of space covered by something. Perimeter is the measurement of the distance around the outside. That's the important thing. And there is I believe, a rectangle question or an area question a little bit later on, so you'll be able to see the difference between the two.
aha, Rory is a painter. That's because he didn't study his maths. He's going to paint a wall for Justine. Rory uses this rule to work out the price for this job. Number of hours, multiply by 24, add the cost of the paint to give you the price. And Rory says the job will take 3 hours and the cost of the paint is £16. Okay, work out the price for this. So the first thing is we're going to take the number of hours, which is 3. Because Rory's already told us it's going to take 3 hours. And we're going to multiply that by 24. And then what we're going to do, we're going to put that in brackets and we're going to add the cost of the paint, which is £16. And then we're going to find the price. So I'll get the calculator up. I can do this in my head, and I will, okay? So 3 times 24 is 72, plus 16 is £88. But just to do this as a calculator check here, we get our calculator up. 3 times 24 is equal to 72, plus 16, which is the price of the paint, is equal to 88. So really, in reality, that's a very, very easy 3 marks there, which you really should be getting. Not a difficult question. And work out the price of this job, so you don't have to say yes or no, you just need to work out the price of the job. Nice and easy.
Okay, question 10. So this is an area question. Before we had a perimeter question, but this is an area question. Justine is going to cover the floor of a room with carpet tiles. The diagram shows the dimensions of the floor and each tile. So we've got 400 centimetres, 250 centimetres. Okay, so there's a rectangle, and the carpet tiles themselves are 50 centimetres by 50 centimetres, and the carpet tiles are sold in packs. There are 6 tiles in each pack. Okay, and Justine needs to buy enough carpet tiles to cover the floor completely. How many carpet tiles does Justine need? So firstly, what we're going to do is we're going to find out the total area. And we're going to find it in centimetres because I think that's probably the best way to do it. So we've got 250 centimetres. Actually, no, probably not the best way to do it. I think we could do it in metres. I think we'll do it in metres because I think metres is easier. Otherwise, we're going to end up with quite a few zeros. So let's have a look at this. 250 centimetres, 250 divided by 100 would give us 2.5, and 400 divided by 100 would give us 4. So to find the area, the floor area here, we get our Epic pen and we're going to go, well, we were going to go, because I got it wrong there, let's get my pen out again, 2.5 times 4 is equal to 10 metres squared. Okay, so the floor area is 10 metres squared. I'll just check that though, just in case you don't believe me. And we'll go, oh, where are you, cancel button? Okay, yeah, so 2.5 times 4 is equal to 10, so 10 metres squared. Now, what I've got here with these carpet tiles, I'm just going to use a little bit of common sense here, and I'm going to draw it out for you. So we've got 50 centimetres each side, 50 centimetres. So to make this up to a metre, I would need to add in another one down here for another 50. 50 plus 50 is 100. Another one here, another 50, and another one here. So for each metre squared, I'm going to need 4 carpet tiles. Okay, 4 added together like this gives me 1 metre squared, and I've got 10 meters squared here, so I need to cover 10 meters squared. 4 carpet tiles per meter squared. So let's rub this out. So I'm going to give you a little bit of mathematical terminology here. Therefore, that's what that means. 4 times 10 is equal to 40 carpet tiles. You need 40 carpet tiles to do this job. There are 6 carpet tiles in each pack. Okay, so 40 divided by 6 is 36, sorry, 3.6. I'm not having a very good day here. 40 divided by 6 is 6, I beg your pardon. Remainder 4, so it's going to be 6.666 recurring into infinity there. So therefore, how many packs of carpet tiles does Justine need? She needs 7, because only 6 come in a pack, so Justine will need 7 in order to do this wonderful carpeting job in the bedroom. Okay, let's move on. Oh, that's it. That is it. Okay, so we've come to the end. I'm not sure how long this video is, but I'm willing to bet that we've just spent about 20 minutes on it. You're going to come across pretty much the same questions in every single functional skills level 1 exam you do. So if you just practice some of the basics I've showed you here, you can always ask me some questions. If it's something you don't understand, I'm more than willing to go through it with you. And I will be covering some more papers as well, so we can see some diversity between them. But this is a good starting point in order to get you started and get you ready for that exam. I'm sure you're going to go through and smash it. Okay, bye-bye.